a few weeks after the Universal Tournament of the 6th and 7th Universe. Planet Earth, Capsule Corporation. So I leave Violet in your care. Bulma asked me if I would accompany her to run some errands off-planet. It seems Capsule Corporation is no longer just planetary. It already has agreements with other races. Goku. Sure, I can take care of her. You know that I could take you and it would be faster. Yes, but it will be girls' time too. It serves so that the next time Bulma goes, and I cannot accompany her, the way will be known even better. Oh, by the way, when I return I will ask you for something. Goku curious. What is it? You will see later. For now you already have everything. It will not be more than a day and a half. It is looking at a watch 10 a.m. on Tuesday. I would return at 7:00 p.m. on Wednesday most likely. Are you sure you can manage? Goku. Yes, of course, you trust me. If I have a problem I will ask Bulma for help. Laughing. 21 sighing. Bulma. And I will not be here, honey. Goku. Oh right, haha, I am sorry. I will be able to do it, do not worry. It is not like a threat will arrive while you are not here. Let us hope so. But well, there you have what is needed to feed Violet. You already know what time to put her to bed. Kissing son. We will be leaving now. I will try to bring you something on the way. Goku. It is not necessary that you bring me anything. Just return safely. We will wait for you here. Hugging 21. Somewhere in Universe 7. Unknown. Zerami. Take the troops. We will attack at this moment. Zerami. Yes, my lord. We will arrive at planet Earth in a couple of hours. Unknown. Very well. I will finally finish off that dirty Saiyan vermin. Zerami. We fully trust you. You will finally avenge your family. Unknown. It is not so much for them. I cannot stand that an inferior race has finished off some of us. I will make sure to permanently extinguish them. Zerami. It would be a great relief. That Saiyan is dangerous. Unknown. It may have taken me a long time to carry out my revenge, but the training to be certain has to be worth it, especially for my new evolution. He got it in less time, but mine is more powerful. I am sure I can win. Zerami. The troops are already ready, my lord. Unknown. Excellent. I cannot wait to finish off that damn Saiyan. Year 796. Planet Earth. 2 people would be seen arriving at a building which would be very destroyed. Trunks. I think this material is what my mom mentioned. With this, the missing fuel could now be created to return. We are getting closer every time, Trunks. Let us trust ourselves. Once we return we will ask your father and Mr. Goku for help. Trunks would only nod at what his companion said. Both would go down some stairs which were hidden, and would be very difficult to see. An adult woman with somewhat long light blue hair could be seen typing on a large computer, while on one side she had a yellow machine with an included cabin. Trunks. Mom, we are back. I brought the material here. Bulma. Thank you, son. Thank you, Mai. How are the rest of the survivors doing? Hugging them. Mai. As well as can be expected, they are still holding on. The medicines are running out. There are some who are very sick, and there is still food left, which is the only point in our favor. Trunks. We have managed to house the majority in the underground subways. They are staying there. Mai. The resistance is still standing. We have faith that this will pass someday. Bulma just finishing pouring the liquid into her machine. It will take a while to finish the one-way trip. There will be no return trip. I am sure that with my past self and my help we will be able to create more in less time. Trunks. We are sure of that, Mom. You were always the best. Bulma sighing. I only wish to see your father again. To see my friend Goku again. I really miss them so much. Sitting in a chair. Mai only limited herself to listening. She would know of her actions many years ago. That although she had changed for the better, currently it would not be a good idea to be curious at this moment. Trunks. You will see them again, Mom. You will finally be able to reunite with them. Bulma. I hope it happens. Now we have to stay alive a little longer. Ever since that thing attacked us, resources are extremely scarce. Trunks. We will win. There are still people to protect. A future which still has to be saved. Present day. Capsule Corporation. Planet Earth 3 p.m. Goku would try to feed his daughter with a spoon. She would barely have a couple of front teeth, so she could not ingest larger food. The Saiyan tried everything to make her eat. As he brought the spoon closer she would turn away. Goku. Please, Violet. If you do not eat, your mom is going to kill me. Only Violet would be seen, who would be clapping and laughing upon seeing the face of her father. Goku. Look, if you eat I will give you whatever you want. Begging. The baby would still laugh at the actions of her father. She would not pay attention to him at all. Goku. Who am I trying to fool? I cannot convince a baby who still cannot understand what I say. How does 21 do it? When she does it, it is simple. Goku would try to feed her again, but the same result would follow. His daughter was only playing. Goku would have had an idea which he believed could work. Goku. That is it? Gohan. He will know what to do. Videl could also help me carrying his baby, and putting his 2 fingers on his forehead. The Saiyan would teleport to the house of his oldest son, with every intention of asking for some help. Goku would not feel the key of Gohan or Videl in their home, but he would feel someone very peculiar. Goku knocking on the door. Piccolo, do you know where Gohan or Videl are? At that the Namekian would open the door seeing son who felt his energy, and that of his daughter. Piccolo, it is you bug seeing son, and I see you brought Violet. Goku? Yes. I need a little help. It is that she does not want to eat. I tried to give her food, but she only plays. If I do not make her eat something her mom is going to kill me, laughing somewhat nervous. Piccolo, but you had already fed her before, right? You should not be struggling now. Goku, I do not understand that either. Her mom has always been nearby when I feed her, but now that she left in the morning she does not eat. Piccolo, strange, but I think Pan already went through that. She would not pay attention to Gohan when Videl went out. As soon as she returned, Pan would eat. Goku, so the only way is for 21 to come. Piccolo, that would be the most certain thing. Why do you not just teleport to her insect? Goku, it is that she left the planet to do some things with Bulma. Could you help me? It shows that you have experience with this baby stuff. I think you are a good babysitter. Piccolo annoyed. I am not a babysitter, fool. I am a warrior. Goku, oh Piccolo please. Everyone knows you are always with Pan. Piccolo, come in. I will see what I can do. Goku entering the house. Great. Far from planet Earth, a ship would be seen which would be going at a high speed towards a distant planet. Bulma. And how about it 21? How are you doing with my friend Goku? We are doing well. Let us say it has been a while since he took the initiative, although sometimes he is a bit clumsy, and does not understand certain hints. You know what I mean, looking at Bulma. Bulma. Haha, I can imagine. Vegeta was like that at the beginning, but without being so clumsy. I have him very dominated, speaking proudly. And that surprises me. He is very bitter almost always. Is he always like that with you? Bulma, if you only knew. Sometimes he is more tender, but he has such a big pride that he does not show it in public. It shows that he loves you. I noticed it the day he got angry, and yelled nobody touches my Bulma, and then faced Beerus. Both girls would laugh at what the brunette said. It brought them a little laughter since various things have happened. Prince Vegeta, who would be training on the planet of the god of destruction, would just sneeze suddenly. Vegeta. I feel that someone is talking about me. The Saiyan would try again to hit the angel of the 7th universe as a training exercise. Ship of the briefs. Well, I have been happy honestly. Violet already flies a bit more than normal. Although she still does not know how to speak. It worries me that she could hit herself if she is not watched. Bulma. She will be fine. Goku can be dumb, clueless, and dumb again, but he will manage. If he needs anything he will ask for help. Yes, you are right. I trust him. I know he will not let me down. Bulma. Look. We arrived. It was about time, pointing ahead. A planet with a predominantly yellow color, and very similar in size to Earth, could be seen. Right, we have arrived. What was it that we were going to do? Bulma. I will improve some agreements. That way my corporation will have more reach, and I will be able to have galactic deliverman. For example, now we will go to a certain Monica. He is a deliverman. I understand there are also communities on this planet. It helps so I can get some things. Strange, but well, let us go. Solar system. A very large ship could be seen, which had 2 beings in the cabin. Zerami. We will arrive in a moment, Emperor. Unknown. Excellent. I will finally put to the test all the arduous training that I have done for a long time. Planet Earth. Piccolo. No, I am sorry, Goku, but I could not make her eat either. Gohan and Videl are busy. They took Pan. They will return later. Goku. It cannot be. Now what will I do? Piccolo. You can go see your ex-wife. She knows better than anyone about something like this. Goku. Which ex-wife? Piccolo. Who else, idiot? Milk. Goku. Right, I did not remember her. Piccolo. Go and explain the situation to her. She will know what to do. Goku would grab his daughter in his arms, and put his fingers on his forehead. Goku. Thank you, Piccolo, you were of much help. The Saiyan would teleport from the place, leaving Piccolo alone in the house of his son. Goku would have arrived at Mount Paozu, specifically outside of where he used to live before separating, and proceeding to change his residence. Goku approaching the door. Hello. Is anyone there? Milk. Gotten. How strange they do not come out. At that some footsteps would be heard which would approach the door. The Saiyan would feel the key of someone known, so he would just wait. Milk. Oh, hello, Goku. What brings you here? I see you brought your daughter. Goku? Yes. I came to ask you for some help. I cannot make her eat. I have been trying for a while, but she just plays with the food. Milk. I was a bit busy, but I think I can help you. Come in. The Saiyan would walk in while carrying his daughter in his arms, passing straight to the kitchen. Milk. Let me see what it could be. If you say she always eats but not now, it is strange. I have already gone through this with Gohan, and gotten when they were the same age. I have an idea of what it could be. But that is not important for now. But I have the solution to make her eat. Later you should ask Bulma for help to examine her. Goku. Thank you, Milk. I had no idea about this. I owe you one. And gotten. Milk. He went out to explore a bit. He should not take long. Goku would put his daughter on the couch, so that Milk could help him with the problem. Zerami. When will we attack, my lord? Unknown. Now send some. That Saiyan is going to lose what he loves the most. In the end, after finishing off everyone on the planet, we will destroy it. Zerami. Do I send them, sir? Unknown. Yes, do not delay. At that, a small falling ship would be seen falling to Earth. 3 crew members were going who brought a great power. Planet report. Bulma. Where could this Monica be? Do you know what he looks like physically? Bulma. Yes, he is pink, small, has no hair, and has elf-like ears. Well, I get the idea now. Let us search together. I do not know what his key is like, and there are many people here. A large supply market could be seen, where different people of different races traded. Bulma. It cannot be. There are so many people. It will take us an eternity pretending to cry. Then it is better that we start right now, otherwise we will arrive later than planned. Bulma. Yes, you are right. Well, let us start. Both women would start walking, entering a large market which would have many people. Year 796. Bulma. Done. Now we only need to wait. It will take some time, but we will have the fuel. I hope it works. Trunks. It will. You already did everything. Now it is our turn to hold on to be able to return. At that, a black-haired woman would arrive, entering the laboratory of Bulma. My. Mrs. Bulma, let us return to the shelter. We will be safe there. That thing has already started attacking in different places. Trunks. Damn it. Is it never enough grabbing his sword? Mother, I will return, I promise. Just take good care of yourself. Looking at you two, they need you. At that, Trunks would leave the laboratory flying at full speed, following the key of the person who would have dominated the planet based on destruction, terror, and killings. My. Let us hope he returns safely. Whenever he returns from fighting, he ends up very injured. Bulma. I wish Vegeta, Goku, or Gohan were here. They would be of much help. Present day. Planet of the God of Destruction. The Saiyan Prince would be seen culminating the daily training he did with the Guardian Angel. He would be very tired, sweating and panting. Whis. Done. Enough. Vegeta teleporting to the ground. Vegeta. TCH, I still lack a bit to catch up to the wife of Kakarot. Whis. Do not be anxious. You and Mr. Goku have a very good range of improvement. It is only a matter of making an effort. What Mr. Goku showed me the other day is just as strong as Miss 21. Vegeta. What? Kakarot has already caught up to his wife. Whis. Ho ho ho, that technique is very strong, but it consumes all his energy very fast. I am sure that if they fight, he would lose by exhaustion, not by being weak. He still needs to master it. It has only been a short time since he mixed it. Vegeta. Damn it. That inept is only getting stronger and stronger. I will not fall behind. Whis. What will you do about it, Mr. Vegeta? Vegeta. I will surpass the idiot Kakarot and his annoying wife. I will be the strongest being in the universe. My pride as a prince prevents me from accepting a place that is not the first. Whis. Then it depends on you. Vegeta. Let us keep training. There is no time to lose. That insect is on Earth taking care of his daughter. The annoying one went with Bulma to another planet. I have to take advantage of as much time as possible. Whis getting into a battle pose. I understand, let us continue if it seems fine to you. Vegeta would transform into a Super Saiyan going at full speed against Whis. Planet Earth. At that, 3 subjects would be seen roaming around the House of Milk. One orange, another green, and the last purple with suits similar to the army of Frieza. Green subject. It is in that house. That Saiyan is supposed to be there. Orange subject. Do you think we can beat him? Purple subject. Sure. Sure we can, for a reason, we are the strongest in the army. Green subject. Good. As soon as he comes out, we attack. In a few minutes, the Saiyan would be seen coming out with a baby in his arms, and a woman following him a few meters behind. Goku. Thank you, Milk. I could not have done this without you. Milk. Do not worry. If you need more help, do not hesitate to come and ask for it. But remember what I told you. If she does not eat, it must be because she is growing her tea. At that, the face of the Saiyan would become very serious, astonishing Milk at the sudden change in facial mood. Milk confused. Is something wrong? Goku would dodge a kick, that went to his legs, which had been launched by an orange subject in armor. The Saiyan would dodge again a double attack by 2 more subjects on each extreme. The Saiyan, using his legs, because he had Violet in his arms, would give a kick to each one, making them step back a few meters against the house of milk. Goku walking to milk. Please take care of my daughter for a bit. Those subjects came with murderous intentions. Go inside the house. I will take care of it. Milk would grab Violet without thinking twice, and would go inside the house. At the door, Milk would stop and turn to look at Son. Milk, do not die entering her home with the baby. At that, the 3 subjects would stand up and get together in front of the Saiyan a few meters away. Goku, what are you doing? What are you doing here, serious? At that, the 3 subjects would begin to do some fighting poses similar to those of his son Gohan. Purple subject, we are the special forces of Cooler. At that, both subjects would go straight against the Saiyan, who would wait for them without saying anything. At that, the Saiyan would fly backwards with intentions of moving them away from the house where his ex-wife and his daughter were. At that, the purple subject would try to land a blow which would be dodged by the Saiyan simply by ducking his head, causing him to go straight past. Then the green subject would try to kick him, being dodged by Goku. At that, the 3 would go straight against the Saiyan again, who, having them almost close to him, would expel a wave, causing them to step back. Purple subject, ha, you do not do it so badly. I congratulate you. At that, Son Goku would throw 3 key balls, 1 for each, which would be deflected by 2 subjects of the special forces. The green subject would struggle more, but still fulfilling the destruction of the key sphere. As soon as the smoke cleared, Goku went against the green subject, giving him a knee to the stomach, making him bleed. Automatically, a companion would go to help them with a kick heading towards the Saiyan. Son Goku would move away just before the kick impacted, causing his companions to hit each other. The Saiyan would be on the ground looking up as the 2 members of the forces of Cooler argued. Suddenly, the missing member would launch a power with much energy at the Saiyan. The latter would deflect it to the sky towards where they were arguing. Orange subject, if you had grabbed him, I would have hit him. Green subject, it was your fault. You should have been faster. Orange subject, you just make me lose my mind. At that, the attack deflected by Son Goku, which had been deflected by his companion, towards the head of the orange subject, causing him by pure miracle to have managed to duck. At that, the 3 subjects would place themselves in front of the Saiyan, both at ground level, while Goku would be meters ahead. At that, the 3 subjects would again do their characteristic poses, but this time they would not finish them upon seeing that someone would be arriving to where they are. Purple subject, Emperor. Goku would turn around upon feeling a gigantic key, one superior to the key from when Frieza returned to Earth a couple of months ago. Goku amazed. Frieza. Cooler. Dirty monkey. I will finish you off, and thus the Saiyan race will finally be extinct. At that, a voice of a boy was heard high above. It was Goten, who was wearing his combat gi, knowing that his father would be fighting due to the warning from his mother. Goten. Dad. Goku turning to look at Goten. Do not come closer, Goten. Cooler looking at the boy in the sky. All the Saiyans must be eliminated. At that, Emperor Cooler would launch a couple of ultra-powerful beams from his eyes towards Goten with the intention of murdering him as soon as they collide with him. Before they impacted, Goku would teleport in front of him, hugging him, and trying to raise his power as quickly as possible to resist the attack. The Saiyan would have received the attack, but would go falling, hugging Goten. But before leaving their side, he would launch a key attack with the strength he had left due to the impact towards Cooler. Then together with his son, they would fall to a waterfall, reaching the bottom with a small trail of smoke that they left. At that, Cooler would deflect the attack easily, causing it to fall on a mountain. At that, the Frost Demon would stand over the waterfall again and launch an attack to the bottom, causing it to explode and the center to be seen. But he would not find them. Cooler in his thoughts. For that subject to have sent me a strong attack, he must be the one who defeated Frieza. Purple subject. He has performed a great featuring. I congratulate you, Mr. Cooler. Orange subject. With this, does it mean that we have finished off all the Saiyans, right? Cooler. Do not be imbeciles. He still resisted a power that could easily finish off any being and return the attack with the same amount of energy. He is still alive. Search for him immediately. At that, Goten would be seen taking his father out of the water, who would be very injured due to the little time he had to react to be able to save his son, receiving the direct impact on his back with the inability to move by himself. Goten. Dad. Dad. Wake up. At that, the 3 subjects would be seen in the air searching for the 2 Saiyans over a large area. Purple subject. There is no sign of them on the tracker. Where on earth did they go? Green subject. I cannot believe it. There is no way they can still be alive after receiving the attack from Mr. Cooler. At that, Goku and Goten would be seen in a cave. The former could not move, and Goten only guarded the entrance. Goku very in pain. I cannot move. Do not go out, Goten. Cooler is stronger than Frieza. Goten would hear noise, and go to the start of the cave where he would see the three subjects in the distance shooting beams all over the place. Green subject. If they do not come out, we will kill everyone in the place. At that, Goten would be seen entering the cave again, seeing that the walls were falling. Goten would cover his father to prevent further damage, as he could not make any movement of his own without getting hurt. The walls would fall on them, covering them completely. At that, an entire landscape would be seen, which before was a forest, with mountains reduced to a rocky zone with very little green. Orange subject. I think we went a little overboard. Purple subject. That way it will be more difficult to find their corpses. Cooler. Those monkeys have not died. Find them as quickly as possible, and bring them to me. It would be very easy to tear them to pieces by destroying the planet, but my pride cannot allow it. Having said that, the trio of the troops of Cooler would only nod to the orders of the Emperor. Cooler. I do not do it so much for my brother Frieza. Besides, we have come all the way here to finish off that Saiyan. We simply cannot allow him to stain our honor. Is that clear? At that, the three would nod again, and fly to continue searching for the Saiyan pair. That same dawn. At that, Trunks would be seen arriving at the cave where Goten and Goku would be without moving. All this thanks to a smart watch that Trunks gave Goten to talk to each other when they were not close. Trunks. Goten. Are you here? Looking at his watch. Goten. Trunks. We are here. My dad is severely injured. Trunks. Good, let me remove the rocks. Although you could have already done it. They are not heavy. Starting to move the rocks. Goten. Do not use a lot of ki. They are going to sense you with their trackers. At that, Trunks would remove all the rocks, and see Goten, who would have saved Goku from even greater damage due to the injuries. Trunks. Why do you look so bad? Goku. Cooler, someone very strong arrived. Is Vegeta still with Mr. Beerus, still unable to move? Trunks. Why, yes, my father is still there. He will return in days or weeks. I am not sure. Goku laughing in pain. Haha, damn it all for not reacting quickly. Trunks. And your girlfriend, wife 21. She can finish them off, right? Goku. She is not here. She went with Bulma off planet. They arrive until the night. Trunks. It is true, then we are alone. Goten, let us do the fusion. That way we can beat them. Looking at his friend. Goku. No, you will lose and die in vain. I barely survived his attack. Goten. Then what do we do, Dad? If we stay here for so long, we will die. Goku. We need a Senzu bean. Goten. Go to Master Korin. Trunks. I will accompany you. Goten. No, Trunks. Someone has to stay to take care of my dad. If we leave him alone, and they find him, he will not be able to defend himself. Trunks. It is true, I will stay here. I will move more rocks and we will enter the cave again. That way they will not see us. Goku, with the little strength he had left, would tell his son something. Goku. Go running, son. But do not fly. They will know you are here. Goten. Dad, but that will take hours round trip. Goku. I trust you. Fainting. Trunks. It is best that you leave now, Goten. Your dad is very bad. He is still bleeding. He will die if we do nothing. At that, Goten would frown, because his father would be without strength, and in much pain, since saving him disabled his energies and possibility of fighting in good condition. Goten. Do not move from here, running at maximum speed without using ki. At that, Goten would be seen running at very high speed with pure physical effort, avoiding being seen by the subordinates who are in the air. Purple subject. Damn it. It is almost dawn. Searching in the area. Hours later. Goten would be seen running at high speed with pure physical effort. He would already be very tired due to being like this for a long time, since the Korin Tower was almost on the other side of the world. Gotten tired. I see it. It is almost there. Hold on, Dad. At that, the Saiyan hybrid would jump, reaching 1/3 of the tower, skipping the beginning. Then he would proceed to climb, because he still should not fly. At that, Goten would be seen reaching the top, where he would see Master Korin and Yajirobe, who were sitting down. Goten. Master Korin. Master Korin. Master Korin. Oh, you must be the last son of Goku if I am not mistaken. Goten. No, I am not the last. There is my little sister. She is almost a year old now. Master Korin. I did not think your mom wanted to have more children. Yajirobe. Hey, do not be nosy. Do you not see the boy is in a hurry? Goten. My little sister is not the daughter of my mom. My dad has another partner. At that, Master Korin and Yajirobe would have saucer eyes upon hearing that, since they had no idea what happened to them after the arrival of the god of destruction. Yajirobe. See, that happens to you for being nosy. Master Korin. I am sorry, young boy. What brings you here? Goten. I come for some Senzu beans. My dad is badly injured and there is a very strong enemy, Master Korin. But you climbed the tower the wrong way. You should have climbed it from the beginning. That is wrong, go back down, go back down. Gotten. But my dad is very bad, lowering his head. It is okay, master. I will climb up again from the beginning. Yajirobe. Hey boy, throwing a bag of senzu beans to Gohan, take them. Gotten. But they are. Yajirobe. Yes, senzu beans. What else? Master Korin. Yajirobe. Yajirobe. Whoa. But do not be so hard on the boy. When will you change? Master Korin. What did you say? But you always eat my food without my permission. Yajirobe. But that has nothing to do with the boy. Gotten. Master, excuse me. But what do you want me to do? Should I climb back up? Master Korin. Ah well. Since you find yourself in a case of life or death, I forgive you, scratching his head. Yajirobe. But you were going to do the same from the beginning. Master Korin, annoyed. Shut your mouth. Gotten. Thank you very much, bowing down. Thank you very much, master. I will not forget this great favor. At that, the Saiyan would already be about to jump when suddenly Yajirobe would take a bean from Master Korin, which the latter wanted to eat. Yajirobe. Hey kid, take this one too, throwing him the bean. Gotten. Thank you. I appreciate it very much, keeping the last bean in his G. Master Korin. Well, I have not given any bean, turning around. Yajirobe pushing him a little. Anyway, you are an old man with a big heart. Gotten. I have to go, jumping into the void. Master Korin, I feel calm that Goku has educated his son correctly. At that, Goten would keep running at full speed towards his father. Goten. Dad, do not give up. Trunks would see that it had already become day. It was already morning. He turned looking for son who, having low-key, he thought had died. Trunks. Mr. Goku, moving him a bit. Goku. I am still alive, Trunks. Trunks. Do not worry. Goten should not be long now. Hold on a little more, sir. Goku. I will. At that, the three subordinates of Cooler would be seen, who would have gathered in the air after searching for hours in the night. Purple subject. Nothing. Green subject. Not at all. Maybe we already tore them to pieces. At that, Goten would be seen, who would already be very tired from running so much. He would have exhausted all his strength by running for many hours. Goten. I need to eat one, opening the bag. There are still many left, eating a bean. At that, Goten would expel a little of his ki, alerting the subjects, who were looking for them. Purple subject. There he is. At that, the three would go quickly for the little Saiyan. Green subject. So you are still alive. Goten. Whoa, no, I expelled a little power. Starting to fly. At that, they would give a ki attack to Goten, which would make him fall to the ground, leaving a crater, and falling injured. At that, Goten would barely dodge the subjects, since all three would go at once from different angles. The green subject had gotten grabbed upside down, injured. Green subject. It seems this little one has something struggling with Goten. Come on. Hand it over. Goten. No. Green subject. You do not want to give it to me. Then I will kill you right now. At that, he would be attacked from behind, letting go of Goten and receiving good damage. Purple subject. He is an inhabitant of planet Namek. Orange subject. Look, a strange subject came out again. Piccolo, looking at Goten. Take those beans immediately. Goten. Why, yes, Mr. Piccolo. Green subject. Idiot. I am going to return this to you. Piccolo. I see you can defend yourselves, in a mocking tone. At that, the green subject would try to throw a punch at Piccolo. He would have landed the punch, but Piccolo would not be there. Only his white cape, which was the only thing the subordinate pierced. At that, Piccolo would be seen above him, giving him an elbow strike, which would make him go towards the ground. Then the other companions would go to attack Piccolo, who would have an even battle of 2 against 1. Piccolo. Come on, Goten. What are you waiting for? Get out. Goten would fly away, at full speed, being pursued by the green subject. At that, Piccolo would see this, and launch a homing attack against the one chasing Goten. The subordinate would realize it, changing direction to dodge the attack. What he would realize is that the attack followed him wherever he went. He would see that the attack was faster, so he decided to block it. Green subject. This is not going to kill me, putting his arms over the power. Shortly after, the power would surpass him, making him explode into several pieces, thus finishing off the green subject. Orange subject. No. You will pay for this. At that, he would launch an attack at Piccolo, which would surround him with a pink aura, which would be burning and electrocuting the Namekian. Purple subject. Well done. Take care of him. I will go for the boy, flying away from there. The orange subject would stay with Piccolo, approaching to finish him off. Orange subject. Do not resist any more seconds. This will be your end, scoundrel. At that, Piccolo would grab the head of the subordinate, passing his own attack to him, causing him to burn with great ease, dying and turning to ash. Piccolo would quickly launch key attacks towards the purple subject, who was the last one left alive. He would notice it, so he would block them. The Namekian would take advantage of his carelessness and give him a double blow to the leg and one to the face, making him step back, thus letting Goten escape. The purple subject and Piccolo would fly through a forest, being chased by each other. The subordinate would launch key attacks, causing an explosion and creating a smokescreen. At that, an arm would stretch, trying to finish off the subject. He would notice and create a key sword with the intention of attacking the Namekian and cutting him to pieces. The latter would grab him with both hands and give him a kick, sending him flying through the air out of the forest. Purple subject, bastard. At that, a voice would be heard which would not be recognized by Piccolo. Cooler, go and take charge of catching the boy. At that, a power would pierce the Namekian, making him fall collapse to the ground, badly injured, trying to regenerate. Cooler would be seen with energy in his hands, launching more at the Namekian. At that, Gohan would be seen arriving in his study suit to the scene. Gohan, damn it, very angry, looking at Cooler. I do not know who you are, nor do I care, but if you mess with my family you will not come out unharmed, throwing away his glasses. Cooler, who are you, confused? Gohan, I am a Saiyan, the one who will finish you off, expelling power. At that, the older hybrid Saiyan would expel a lot of ki, because he could still barely enter his ultimate state. Cooler, you have great power, but it will not be enough to we. At that, Cooler would be sent flying by a punch from Gohan, making him elevate many meters as he was overconfident. Gohan in his thoughts, I cannot maintain this state for long. I have not trained, so I must make the most of it. At that, a Kamehameha would be heard heading towards the Frost Demon, causing an explosion and a large smoke screen. Far from Earth, Bulma, it took us hours to find you, annoyed and tired. You should have told us you had not arrived yet and would take long. 21 only looked annoyed at Monica, who would have already arrived. Monica, I am sorry ladies, but the life of a space deliveryman is very busy and different. Bulma would hit the deliveryman on the head, because it seemed in bad taste and very rude to her. Bulma, you are lucky. It could have gone worse for you. Let us just finish this so I can go to Earth again. Looking at 21 seriously, did something happen? You seem strange. I do not know. I feel a strange premonition, like something is not right. Bulma walking to 21. Calm down. Goku can take care of Violet by himself, and if there is any threat he is strong enough to finish off whatever it is. 21 calmer. You are right. He must be fine. So shall we continue? We have already spent a lot of time waiting. Monica. Here ladies, sign this, handing over some tablets. They are for the new agreement we will have. My company will distribute your products throughout the universe. Bulma and 21 would sign the agreements, waiting for Monica to say something else, so they would look at each other and look at Monica again. Monica confused. Are you looking for something else? Bulma. What? Is that all, confused? Monica. Yes, we already had everything planned. We only needed to make it official. It cannot be. We have been here for hours. Bulma, let us return, looking to the side. Hey, is that not your friend Jocko? Bulma looking to where 21 was looking. Hey, it is true. Jocko. At that, the galactic patrolman would see the girls, and he would be surprised to have them there. Jocko. Bulma. 21. What are you doing here? Do not tell me you have already so quickly finished with the threat of Emperor Cooler. Cooler. Bulma. Who is he supposed to be? Jocko. I sent you a message many hours ago saying that the brother of Frieza was heading towards Earth. Did you really not see it? Bulma and 21 would be shocked, because they did not realize that Earth was being threatened by someone else. It cannot be. And here I am wasting time. You pointing at Jocko, your ship is faster. Take us to Earth. Jocko swallowing hard. I am sorry, but I cannot. Bulma annoyed and aggressive. What do you mean you cannot? They are attacking it, idiot. Jocko. It is that it is very dangerous, covering himself from a possible blow. Then I will take your ship. Jocko. No, please no. They gave it to me for supporting the defeat of Frieza. I will take you, but I cannot stay, okay? Bulma. Do it now. Jocko. Sure, get in now. At that, the three would get into the ship, which would travel faster towards Earth. 21 was very worried, because she had left her partner with her daughter in the middle of a planetary attack without realizing it. Bulma would be the same, because her son would be alone in the care of his grandmother, and without Vegeta the corporation would be unprotected. Time later. At that, Trunks would see that Goten was approaching, flying at maximum speed. Trunks. Here he comes. At that, Goten would be coming down and entering the cave where his friend and his father were. Goten. I got them. Here they are, extending the bag and giving it to Trunks. At that, a beam would hit the bag, causing all of them to burn, just as the hand of the blue-haired Saiyan would receive some damage. Purple subject. So this was where you were hiding laughing. Gotten. He followed me. He followed me. Trunks. Hey! That hurt transforming into Super Saiyan. Trunks would be annoyed, so he would go to attack the subject, exchanging blows on par in the air, while Goten stayed with his father. Goku. I can no longer do anything. The beans are not here. At that, Goten would have a memory from earlier, which was Yajirobe giving him an extra bean. Goten. It is true. I have one searching in his G. Here it is. At that, Goten would give a Senzu bean to Goku, and he would eat it. Outside, Trunks would be seen fighting against the last subject of the forces of Cooler. They would have an even fight. Trunks was superior in strength, but being very young, and not training, he would not have as much experience, and would become overconfident. At that, the purple subject would give him a kick, making him fall into the rocks embedded. At that, Goten would come out to help Trunks, going to verify if he was okay. Purple subject. The annoyances are over. Now I will take care of the one inside there, somewhat tired. At that, he would walk towards the cave slowly. Suddenly his tracker would begin to read energy inside the cave. Purple subject. Whose power is this? His power increases more and more. It is not possible. A moment ago, he did not have that amount of power. His tracker would be seen breaking and exploding, falling to the ground. He would see the discarded tracker confused. Then he would turn again to where the cave was and see the Saiyan standing outside of it. Goten. Dad. Trunks. Let us go, Mr. Goku. Purple subject worried. How did you recover your powers? Goku would approach walking without saying anything to the subject. Purple subject. I cannot be walking backwards a bit. Goku. You are not the right one to fight me. The best thing would be for you to leave to your planet. At that, a voice high up would be heard. A voice recently known to the Saiyan raised on Earth. Cooler. While you finally came out of your hiding place, stupid Saiyan. Goku would turn to look at Cooler, who would be carrying two subjects in his arms, who were very beaten, injured, and unconscious. Cooler showing the subjects. Are these some of your friends? Goku. Piccolo? Gohan. Purple subject. Haha, now you are lost. If that dumb Namekian and the imbecile had not protected that boy, they would not be in this state. Now you will see the consequences. Cooler. Here you go, dropping Gohan and Piccolo in the direction of Goku. The Saiyan would see them, so he would head in the direction they were going to be able to catch them, lower them, and move them away from Cooler. At that, as they fell, Cooler would launch a power at both, making it explode in the air, and both shoot out in other directions. Cooler would only laugh at what was done. Goku. You are a bastard. You hurt my friends, so I would come out to fight, annoyed. At that, the purple subject would go to attack Goku in the face with a punch at his maximum power. He would have landed the punch, but it would not move. At that, the purple subject would go to attack Goku in the face with a punch at his maximum power. He would have landed the punch, but it would not move the Saiyan a single centimeter. Cooler. Wow, I did not think Saiyan warriors had feelings. You were born to fight. Goku annoyed. I am a Saiyan raised on Earth. Suddenly Son Goku would get even angrier, and would expel Ki, making the only living subordinate of Cooler fly away. Cooler. You recovered your energy. Goku. Bastard. Cooler. Come on. I want you to show me your abilities as a Super Saiyan. Show them to me. At that, Goku would increase his power, causing his aura to turn red, his musculature to decrease a bit and rejuvenate slightly. With a shout, the Saiyan would transform into the god form. Goku. I will not forgive you, throwing himself against Cooler. The Saiyan would give him a punch in the face that the Frost Demon did not see coming. Again, the Saiyan would give multiple blows to the abdomen of Cooler, finishing off with a kick, making him go flying away from there. The Saiyan would gather momentum and tried to give another blow to the Frost Demon. The latter would stop it with little difficulty, using both his arms. Cooler. Do not think I am as overconfident as my brother. At that, he would take Sun underwater, who would be trying to land blows on the demon, but he would dodge all the blows. Cooler would scale the Saiyan with his tail to launch a charged ki ball very close to his face. Son Goku would manage to cover himself, being sent backwards, crashing into the rocky wall. Still having the attack of Cooler on his forearms, he would send it to the sky, making it explode in the air. The Saiyan would try to land more blows on Cooler, who still dodged underwater. Suddenly Sun connected a double blow to his abdomen, making the demon get even angrier. Both would come out of the water, being on two separated rocks still over the river. Cooler. It shows that you do not fight badly at all. Now I have no doubts that you killed my brother. But now you will feel what hell is. And do not even think that I will have compassion for you. I will tear your pride to pieces. But I still have more. Goku confused. What? Cooler. If you notice, I am more skilled and powerful than my brother. You should feel fortunate. You will be the first and the last. You will see my transformation. At that, Cooler would start to scream while doing a new and different metamorphosis for the Saiyan. Goku. Incredible. He is very powerful. Amazed. Cooler would be seen taller, more toned, with a pair of horns on his head, and spikes on his face, and more covering on his face. Cooler. Shall we begin? At that, Cooler would throw himself at the Saiyan, and the latter instinctively would go to the sky, avoiding the frost demon. The latter would be behind the Saiyan, giving him a double kick, driving him against a mountain. Again he would put his foot on his abdomen, and go to crash him against the ground, causing a large crater in the water, dividing the river in two. The Saiyan would scream in pain at the huge blow given to him by the supposed brother of Emperor Frieza. Cooler would let go of the Saiyan, returning to the air, and letting the water cover the body of Son. He would laugh out loud, believing that the fight was already over. At that, Son Goku is seen elevating rapidly, placing himself meters behind Cooler. Cooler, truly you are quite a Saiyan. The Saiyan would expel even more power, causing a heart-rending scream. He would expel his maximum power in Super Saiyan God. At that, Goku would go against Cooler, who would be surprised at the innumerable pressure he would put. The Saiyan raised on Earth would give him a blow to the face, making the demon step back, which would have caused him great damage. Son would be landing blows on Cooler from all angles. Emperor Cooler could not react to the beating the Saiyan was giving him. Son would launch many key spheres at Cooler, who could not block them, receiving them, all causing him even more damage. Goku would position himself below him, giving him a kick from below, sending him to the sky. Then he would give him a double kick, sending him to the left, to proceed to give him a hammer blow to the head, making him fall to the ground, causing a smokescreen. Cooler would be very injured because Goku had a transformation which would be giving Cooler a beating. At that, Goku would see inside the smokescreen a golden light, which assumed the worst, supposing that if Frieza had it, he did too. The planet would begin to tremble due to the strength of Cooler, which would leave Goku very impressed. In this transformation he doubted he could win. From one moment to the next the light became more incandescent, making Son cover his eyes. After the light faded, Son would see very amazed the final transformation of Cooler. Goku in his thoughts. Damn it. He has a great strength. At that, Cooler, with a movement of his arm, would dispel the smoke that the damages of the Saiyan would have caused. Cooler would look the same as in his final form, but golden-colored, imposing, and much stronger than that of his brother. The Saiyan would have already increased his strength a lot. The current Super Saiyan God was much stronger than the Super Saiyan Blue which faced Frieza, so he was impressed that that power was greater than his. Cooler. Observe, stupid Saiyan. My new evolution, Golden Cooler. With this I will tear you to pieces. I will finish you off, and all the Saiyans that remain, to later blow up this miserable planet. The Saiyan and the Frost Demon would stare at each other face to face, height to height, meters away from each other. A fight of immeasurable powers was taking place. Damn it, Jocko. Can this thing not go faster? Jocko. It is the maximum it can go. With my ship you are doing half of what you would do with yours. Bulma would just be impatient while trying to communicate with Mr. Whis, who was not responding for now. Bulma. Damn it, he does not answer. Let us hope Goku can defeat him. 21 would just be worried, since if Cooler had arrived with many soldiers, the Saiyan could not be in 1,000 places at once. So she was very worried about her daughter. Just make it go faster, okay? Jocko scared. I will do what I can. Minutes before, Milk would be seen running with Violet in her arms. She would have been fleeing all night with a baby in her arms from a subject in armor of Emperor Cooler. Zerami. It was a good idea to come for these dirty friends of the Saiyan. I will tear them to pieces, and we will finish him off emotionally to later tear them to pieces physically. Milk would keep running, avoiding being seen by the first subordinate of Cooler. Milk in her thoughts. We will be fine here. I just hope Violet does not make noise. She has not eaten since the night. If she gets hungry we will be in danger. Violet would only look at Milk with a happy smile, since she would not know what was happening as she was just a baby. At that, the planet would begin to tremble due to an unimaginable force. It was due to the energy recently used by Cooler for the transformation. At that, it makes Milk fall from where she was, accidentally revealing herself to Zerami. Milk. It cannot be. Again the Earthling would run like never before, because that subject was stronger, and having a baby in her arms she was unable to fight. General Zerami of the forces of Cooler would have caught up and cornered Milk and the baby against a rocky wall, leaving them with no more paths to go. Zerami. This is as far as you go, Earthlings. At that, it would be seen that Violet would move her Saiyan tail, impressing both Milk and Zerami. Zerami. She is a Saiyan. Now with more pleasure I will finish both of you, charging a key ball. Milk would also be surprised because she did not have the Saiyan tail the night before. Her hypothesis was true. That had also happened to her two sons at that age. But now it did not matter. They were being cornered by a powerful subject. They had to figure it out to beat him or escape. Ship of Jocko. Calm down, Violet, mom is on the way. Year 796. What remains of Capsule Corporation? Bulma. Trunks. Are you okay? Trunks would be very beaten and injured due to the fight he had. No, he is bleeding, grabbing a first aid kit. It is one of the few that remain. Trunks. I am sorry. Once again I could not stop high. At that the Saiyan would fall fainted due to the multiple blows he had. Trunks. Bulma. Wait, he will get better. He is just as strong and brave as his father, worried. Only he will not be able to fight in a few weeks. The few humans in the shelters will be left unprotected. I will take care of that. It is what Trunks would have wanted, to help people shedding a tear. Bulma. Go and move them to another place. I will put my son to rest. He barely returned alive. He will recover, but it will take time. Yes, I am. Please, if he wakes up, tell him I will return. Bulma would only nod to what her companion of survival in a post-apocalyptic world said. Present day, planet Earth. At that, Cooler would be seen in his golden form, and Goku in his Super Saiyan God still facing each other. The Saiyan would expel even more power, going at full speed against the Frost Demon. Far from planet Earth. Jocko. How much longer? I feel the power of that subject and it is very high. I need to arrive now, worried and impatient. Jocko, nervous. Hey, wait. I am going as fast as I can. I know your family is there, but, and with more reason, you have to hurry. Bulma. Just keep going. Jocko, thoughtful. 21 would sit down and put her hands on her head, leaning slightly due to the frustration shown. She wanted to go now, so she had already decided what to do as soon as they finish with this problem. Bulma. They will be fine. Goku is very strong. He will defeat him, I am sure. And my daughter. Goku cannot fight and take care of her at the same time. What if he brings more soldiers? Very worried. Bulma. Rest assured that Vegeta is also on his way to Earth. He surely felt the power. If you felt it, he should too. I do not know how that thing works, but I guide myself a bit. I hope he arrives sooner. Planet of the God of Destruction. The Saiyan Prince would be in Super Saiyan 2, shooting at rocks with millimeter accuracy, who upon feeling an exorbitant power on Earth would miss the key attack, hitting the God of Destruction, who would be very annoyed, because he would be relaxed trying to sleep. Beerus. How many times have I told you to be careful, imbecile, charging a Hawkeye? Vegeta. And no, wait, Mr. Beerus. Something is happening on Earth. I feel a powerful key. Kakarot is fighting with him. Beerus. You are going to pay for this, you know that. Annoyed. Vegeta. I can bring you something delicious from planet Earth. There is a food you have not tried. You will love it, I assure you. Beerus, disappearing the Hawkeye. If it is not the best food I have tasted, I will finish you off as soon as I finish it. First and only warning. Vegeta. Whis, let us go to Earth. Whis. Are you sure? Vegeta would nod, and he, along with the God of Destruction, would get on the back of the angel to proceed to leave at the speed Whis always goes. Year 796. Mai would be running towards the tunnels where they had the survivors. Mai would go down the stairs after covering a medium stretch, looking for a person who supported her in taking care of everyone. Mai. Lunch. How is everyone else? Lunch. Mai hugging her friend. Fine, we managed to shelter everyone, but there are injured. We need medicines immediately. Mai. I got this, giving her a medicine. I also got alcohol. Make it last, please. Sad. Lunch. I will try to make it cover everyone, running to the others. Mai would walk slowly, worried because Trunks would also be in bad health. He would survive, but once again the thread on duty would have given him a beating, while he would barely give it minimal blows which would barely move the being that left the planet in that situation. Mai in her thoughts. Trunks. Please get better. You always infect people with your enthusiasm. Today they are in a bad way. You are their hope, our hope, my hope, shedding some tears. At that, a couple of children would arrive, who would see the black-haired girl almost crying. They would feel sadness in the girl who had always supported them at all times of an almost finished present. Boy. Mai, are you okay? Girl worried. Do not worry, Mai. I know everything will be fine someday. Mai would listen to the children, who would try to lift her spirits given the situation. Mai, upon seeing them, would wipe her tears and change her facial expression to a happier one, because she did not want to infect the infants with her mood. Mai. I am fine now. What are you doing around here? You should be with the others. Boy. We know, but we just wanted to see how you were. Our mom is not here. They do not want to tell us where she went. Discouraged. Girl. Yes, they do not tell us where mom went. We are worried. We want to see her sad. Mai. What is the name of your mother? Boy. Her name is Rihanna. At that, Mai would get a pang in her heart. She knew that name because she had helped her at the beginning of everything that happened. She had also seen her throughout everything. But the brunette knew that she died the last time they did a casualty count. Mai would not know what to say. She would start to stammer at what the little one standing before her said. Mai, as she thinking went to support another distant base. We needed a lot of help over there and she volunteered. She is a superhero. The girl would feel an emptiness. Not knowing how to give news to children who had just lost their mother consumed her from the inside. There was also Trunks. He was in a bad state and she just wants him to be okay. It simply remained to wait, maintain, and hold on until the fuel is at full capacity for the trip. Present day, planet Earth. At that cooler would be seen in his golden form, and Goku and his Super Saiyan God still facing each other. The Saiyan would expel even more power going at full speed against the Frost Demon. Far from planet Earth. Jocko. How much longer? I feel the power of that subject and it is very high. I need to arrive now, worried and impatient. Jocko nervous. Hey wait. I am going as fast as I can. I know your family is there and with more reason you have to hurry. Bulma. Just keep going, Jocko thoughtful. 21 would sit down and put her hands on her head, leaning slightly due to the frustration shown. She wanted to go now. So she had already decided what to do as soon as they finish with this problem. Bulma. They will be fine. Goku is very strong. He will defeat him, I am sure. And my daughter. Goku cannot fight and take care of her at the same time. What if he brings more soldiers? Very worried. Bulma. Rest assured that Vegeta is also on his way to Earth. He surely felt the power. If you felt it, he should too. I do not know how that thing works, but I guide myself a bit. I hope he arrives sooner. Planet of the God of Destruction. The Saiyan Prince would be in Super Saiyan 2 shooting at rocks with millimeter accuracy, who upon feeling an exorbitant power on Earth would miss the key attack, hitting the God of Destruction, who would be very annoyed, because he would be relaxed trying to sleep. Beerus. How many times have I told you to be careful, imbecile, charging a Hawkeye? Vegeta. And no, wait, Mr. Beerus. Something is happening on Earth. I feel a powerful key. Kakarot is fighting with him. Beerus. You are going to pay for this, you know that. Annoyed. Vegeta. I can bring you something delicious from planet Earth. There is a food you have not tried. You will love it, I assure you. Beerus disappearing the Hawkeye. If it is not the best food I have tasted, I will finish you off as soon as I finish it. First and only warning. Vegeta. Whis, let us go to Earth. Whis. Are you sure? Vegeta would nod. And he along with the God of Destruction would get on the back of the angel to proceed to leave at the speed Whis always goes. Year 796. Mai would be running towards the tunnels where they had the survivors. Mai would go down the stairs after covering a medium stretch, looking for a person who supported her in taking care of everyone. Mai. Lunch. How is everyone else? Lunch. Mai hugging her friend. Fine, we managed to shelter everyone. But there are injured. We need medicines immediately. Mai. I got this, giving her a medicine. I also got alcohol. Make it last, please. Sad. Lunch. I will try to make it cover everyone, running to the others. Mai would walk slowly, worried because Trunks would also be in bad health. He would survive. But once again the thread on duty would have given him a beating, while he would barely give it minimal blows which would barely move the being that left the planet in that situation. Mai in her thoughts. Trunks. Please get better. You always infect people with your enthusiasm. Today they are in a bad way. You are their hope, our hope, my hope, shedding some tears. At that a couple of children would arrive, who would see the black-haired girl almost crying. They would feel sadness in the girl who had always supported them at all times of an almost finished present. Boy. Mai, are you okay? Girl worried. Do not worry, Mai. I know everything will be fine someday. Mai would listen to the children, who would try to lift her spirits given the situation. Mai upon seeing them would wipe her tears, and change her facial expression to a happier one, because she did not want to infect the infants with her mood. Mai. I am fine now. What are you doing around here? You should be with the others. Boy. We know, but we just wanted to see how you were. Our mom is not here. They do not want to tell us where she went. Discouraged. Girl. Yes, they do not tell us where mom went. We are worried. We want to see her sad. Mai. What is the name of your mother? Boy. Her name is Rihanna. At that Mai would get a pang in her heart. She knew that name because she had helped her at the beginning of everything that happened. She had also seen her throughout everything. But the brunette knew that she died the last time they did a casualty count. Mai would not know what to say. She would start to stammer at what the little one standing before her said. Mai. As she thinking went to support another distant base. We needed a lot of help over there and she volunteered. She is a superhero. The girl would feel an emptiness, not knowing how to give news to children who had just lost their mother consumed her from the inside. There was also Trunks. He was in a bad state and she just wants him to be okay. It simply remained to wait, maintain, and hold on until the fuel is at full capacity for the trip. Present day, planet Earth. The Saiyan would go at full speed in Super Saiyan God at his maximum power. Emperor Cooler would not move at all. He felt very confident due to his golden evolution which he recently achieved. His potential was not greater than his brother, but he did achieve an evolution over him by being alive and training to assure his revenge. The Saiyan would go head-on against Cooler, charging a punch, but would change direction, at the last second placing himself behind Cooler. The Frost Demon would simply raise a punch from his left side, giving the Sun a blow to the face, making him step back. He was enormously surprised. Cooler had landed a punch with immense ease in his god form. The Saiyan again would try to give him a kick. Cooler would disappear, disconcerting Goku, who would not have time to analyze, because the Frost Demon would give him a double kick to his back, causing him to fall to the ground and crash, causing a crash. The Sun would barely scream at the crash he took, but would stop making noise, because Cooler in his golden form would give him a knee to the stomach, knocking the wind out of him and blood from his mouth. Cooler, understand Saiyan, I am at a higher level than you. Somewhere else. A black-haired woman with a green-blue martial arts suit could be seen with a baby in her arms, which she covered with her arms. Ahead, a white guy with a grayish suit, very threatening before those present. Jeremy, you will die here, pointing with a key ball. At that, the general of the special forces of Cooler would doubt upon remembering the words of his superior. Jeremy, do you know what lowering the sphere? Emperor Cooler wants to finish off all the Saiyans by himself. So you will die along with the subject over there. Are you also a Saiyan? Milk would be worried, because if she did not have the desired answer it could end badly for both her and Violet. Jeremy would begin to take out his tracker to corroborate his question, and thus see their power level. But before that, Milk would interrupt him. Milk, nervous. Why, yes, we are Saiyans. She is my daughter, looking around, looking for an escape route. Jeremy, lowering the tracker. Then you will die as soon as Emperor Cooler finishes off the Saiyan. Jeremy would walk towards them, cornering them. Jeremy, come on. We will go to the Emperor. If you resist, I will finish you off, and say it was an accident. Milk would swallow hard and caress the baby, while nodding, very nervous and afraid having her there. Milk in her thoughts. I would fight, but I have her. If I fail, he would finish off both of us. It is better not to risk it and wait for Goku or Gohan to win. At that, Jeremy would grab her by her clothes on the back, taking them away, while he begins to fly. Milk would only look worried at the situation while she covered the wind that hit the eyes of the baby. A red-haired Saiyan would be seen trying to recover from a direct blow from the Emperor, but Cooler would give him a kick, causing him to crash into some rocks and making some smoke. Cooler, laughing. I will finish off your existence, dirty Saiyan. Then, with the boy you saved and everyone who remains. Goku would barely stand up, looking at Cooler, very annoyed. He would begin to increase his power, making a bluish aura cover his entire body. Goku, with a shout, would transform into Super Saiyan Blue, making Cooler step back a bit from the expelled power. Cooler, Blue, Goku, this transformation is not just anything. With this I will finish you off. Cooler, I want to see that. At that, the Saiyan would go at full speed against Cooler, giving him a blow to the stomach, making him double over. Then again the Saiyan would give him a hook to the jaw, causing the Frost Demon to step back a few meters. Goku, serious. What were you saying? Cooler would laugh at what the Saiyan said while standing up. Cooler, you have a great power, Saiyan. Undoubtedly you finished off my brother. But not with me. Goku, if I could beat him, I will be able to beat you, getting into a battle pose. Cooler, fight Saiyan. I will finish you off by destroying your pride and family. Vegeta, how much longer until we arrive? Whis, impatient. Whis, about 23 minutes and 21 seconds. Beerus, Whis, can Goku win? Whis, I am not sure. He has less power than him, but he always manages. He needs to maintain the power at the max. Beerus, I do not care. As long as they do not destroy Earth, I will not interfere. Whis, always very gluttonous, Mr. Beerus. Beerus, shut up, you are the same. Jocko, we arrive in 40 minutes. It is the maximum I can go. Bulma, hurry up. Bulma and 21 remained worried about their family. 21, on the other hand, could feel the power of Goku. She already felt the divided ki, and would see that Cooler had a slightly greater power than Sun. It wasn't even fight. If her boyfriend held on until she arrived at 2 versus 1, would be a defined battle. Son Goku would give a flying kick to Cooler. The latter would grab Son by the foot, smashing him against the ground several times. Then the Saiyan would put 2 fingers on his forehead, teleporting behind Cooler. The Sun would give him a hammer blow to the back of the neck, causing him to go flying face first to the ground. Cooler, annoyed, would stand up, and bring out more power, attacking with a blow at his maximum power to the stomach of Goku. The latter would make an expression of a very severe blow. Again, Cooler would grab him by the face, making him hit the floor. He would grab his head with more force, making his face run all over the ground. Then he would elevate him a few meters and shoot red power beams which would hit him all over his body as he was stunned. At that, a mini explosion would be seen which would make the sun appear in his base state next to a river lying face down with very little strength. At that, Cooler would place himself meters away, feeling very superior. Cooler, I told you, Saiyan. You are pathetic. The Emperor would charge a beam on his finger, which upon colliding with Sun would pierce him. Cooler would aim directly at the chest of Sun. At that, Zerami would arrive with Milk and Violet, letting them fall from a medium height. Milk would land on her feet, firmly holding Violet. Zerami. Emperor Cooler. Observe. Here are more Saiyans. It is a mother and her daughter showing Milk and Violet to him. Cooler. Are you dumb? That woman is not a Saiyan. The baby is annoyed. Zerami nervous. I am sorry, sir. Cooler. Did you use your tracker to verify it at least? Zerami nervous. And no, sir. I am sorry. It is that she said she was the mother of the baby. Cooler. Finish off the human. Leave the Saiyan to me. Goku standing up. No. Do not even dare. Cooler. Whoa. Is it your daughter? But Saiyans are supposed to not have ties with their descendants. Anyway, they will die. Zerami. Finish off the human. Zerami. Yes, sir, aiming at the human with a key sphere. Cooler would go to the Saiyan, grabbing him by the neck without letting him move. Cooler. You will see in the front row how Zerami finishes off that human you want to protect so much. Then I will finish off that girl. Goku kicked and tried to hit Cooler, who would not let him go. Zerami approaches the woman, who stepped back a few steps. Milk would be very afraid while having Violet in her arms. The baby would begin to cry due to not having eaten since the night before. Zerami annoyed. Shut her up or I will finish her off too. Milk trying to calm Violet by singing her a song that had worked before. But this time not. The baby was hungry. She needed to eat no matter what. Zerami. Then I will finish off both of you. Die. At that, the baby would begin to cry more, causing the ground to tremble a bit, surprising the three subjects who could feel key nearby. Cooler. That girl is impressive. At such a young age she has a giant level. Goku would also be surprised, but unable to say anything, because Cooler would have him grabbed by the neck, making it impossible to speak. The baby would cry and cry. The tracker of Zerami would explode, and he would get even more annoyed. Zerami would approach to finish both of them off, but the baby would bring out a yellowish pink aura. At that, from the finger of Violet a pink ray would come out which went in the direction of Zerami, impacting him, transforming him into a baby bottle of milk, falling to the ground. Milk would be very surprised and scared at what happened, but she did not care. She needed to get out of there, so she started running, moving away from there. Violet was still crying, but now it would be a little cooler. Incredible. How did she transform the general of my forces into that thing? Looking at the baby bottle. Then Cooler would see the silhouette of how they were running away, getting annoyed since he did not want them to escape. Cooler annoyed. Nobody escapes from Emperor Cooler. The Frost Demon would leave the Saiyan on the ground, elevating many meters above, very irritated. The Emperor would raise an arm and a finger. He would begin to charge a sphere. It was an enhanced supernova of Cooler, capable of destroying everything in its path. Goku was trying to stand up, seeing the energy. At that, he would look closer at the ball. He would remember that Frieza would make those to destroy a planet. Something awoke in the Saiyan, standing up, breathing and exhaling. The Saiyan, after exhaling, would transform into Super Saiyan Blue with a very hot aura. Cooler. The same one laughing. Haha, I already defeated you with that blue form. You cannot beat me. At that, the Saiyan would vanish his bluish aura. It would all gather in his body, causing a little steam on his body. Cooler would move his hand with the intention of launching the supernova at Milk, who was still running with Violet. At that, the Saiyan would grab the hand of Cooler before he moved it, impressing the Emperor. Goku grabbing the wrist of Cooler. You better calm down. If you touch them I will kill you, glaring at Cooler. Cooler would vanish his attack due to the pressure of the sun. Cooler would now remove himself from his grip, preparing something. At that, the deities Whis and Beerus would arrive together with Prince Vegeta, near the place, viewing the scene from afar. Whis. Ho ho ho, he finally got it. He was taking his time. Beerus. Got what Whis? Vegeta would only watch expectantly the form the Saiyan whom he called Kakarot was in, while, at the same time, listening to the supreme deities of the 7th universe. Whis. We could call it Super Saiyan Blue, at maximum power. That power lets him use all the potential of that transformation without exhaustion. All the power is kept inside his body. His resistance will always be at maximum. His power the same. Let us say it is the perfect form of Super Saiyan Blue. Beerus looking again at Son. Once he finishes with this, I want to eat. Vegeta would look to the side, seeing that Gohan and Piccolo would be arriving, supporting each other. Vegeta. What happened to you? Piccolo injured. It is the brother of Frieza. He has a great power. Gohan. He is stronger than us. We barely gave him a fight. Vegeta. TCH all because of leaving your training. Do not expect your father and me to be there all the time. 21 would be very surprised. She felt the ki of her boyfriend at a stratospherically high level, feeling more relieved. He could handle the enemy on duty. Bulma. Did something happen? Your expression changed. It is nothing. My son just did something. Bulma. Is it good or bad? I think he just won the battle. At that, Cooler would hit the Saiyan in the abdomen with much force. The latter would not even flinch at the blow of the Frost Demon. Goku serious. How many times will I have to tell you for you to calm down? Cooler would step back a bit, but very impressed and frightened, because the sun resisted his blow in his golden form without any damage. Cooler. It cannot be. Goku. I will not forgive you even if you beg me. Because you are just trash. At that, the Saiyan would expel more power, causing a wave to hit Cooler. Then the Saiyan would go straight against the Frost Demon, giving him a blow with his left arm. Then he would give him a knee strike with his right leg, causing Cooler to touch the affected area. Cooler panting in pain and laughing a bit. Haha, now I see again why my brother could not beat you. At that, Cooler would launch a sneak attack at the sun, who would not even move. Only a bit of smoke and the attack would be seen. Then the Saiyan would be in the same place with slight new scratches. Upon the smoke clearing, Cooler would be seen even higher up, charging a supernova again, with all his strength. Cooler laughing. You got overconfident. I told you that I am not like my brother. I will finish off this miserable planet. Cooler would launch the supernova towards Goku. He would put his hands to prevent it from colliding with the earth. Cooler. Haha, how I would like to tell you that you fight very well, but I am the most powerful in the universe. At that, Beerus would give a shout, because the Frost Demon was proclaiming himself the most powerful. Beerus. What did you say, with his arms crossed behind his back? Cooler would hear that voice and recognize it immediately. Cooler trembling and with fear. Mr. Beerus. Beerus. Proclaiming yourself the strongest. Ha. Cooler. And no, I am sorry, I did not mean to say that. Beerus. I hope so. Otherwise I will have to put you in your place. And there you will see who is the strongest in the universe. Goku would be seen on the ground with his feet inside the earth, trying to stop the attack. Goku. I am not going to allow this to fall on Earth. Cooler. This will be the end of this planet. Also, the Saiyans will disappear from this world. Whis. Do you not plan to intervene, sir? Vegeta, expectant to the answer of the god, would only listen to know if it would be better for him to intervene. Beerus. No, he can. Observe, looking at the Saiyan. Goku would be seen elevating the supernova of Cooler a bit with much effort. Beerus. He is elevating it. Besides, his girlfriend, wife, whatever, is about to arrive on Earth. Let her, or Vegeta, help him. Further down, Goku would be seen lifting the power of Cooler, while making an enormous effort. Then Goku would give a shout, launching a Kamehameha at the power of Cooler, launching it at him. Cooler would receive the attack without colliding. He would try to stop it, but he could not, because the attack of Sun would make him go at full speed out of the planet. Cooler. And no. I cannot lose. I do not lose. At that, Cooler, still trying to stop the attack, already being in space, would turn back to see a light. He was heading to the sun and he could not do anything. Cooler, surprised and scared. What? Nearby, a ship was passing by, with 3 crew members. It was 21, Bulma, and Jocko. Bulma, somewhat scared. What is that? 21 would try to see that a supernova with someone behind was going towards the sun. She would be relieved, because the attack that pushed that action was a Kamehameha that came from Earth. The 2 attacks along with Cooler would be pressing the latter against the sun, causing him tremendous pain. Flashback. Year 762. Cooler could be seen in his first final form in his ship, discussing with General Zerami. Zerami taking a knee. Do you want us to shoot it down? Cooler. Do not do anything to him. If he made that mistake, let him solve it himself. Frieza is still very careless. I would never do something silly like him. End of flashback. Cooler in his thoughts. If only I had finished off the planet at the beginning. Frieza was not the only one who made that mistake. At that, Cooler would be seen exploding due to the collision of the 2 attacks, pressing his body against the sun. Cooler would scream in pain, being blown up, and causing a light which would illuminate the entire solar system. On Earth, Goku would be seen very tired, falling little by little slowly to the ground, but without strength. At that, Gohan would grab him and lower him slowly to avoid more damage. Piccolo, Vegeta, Beerus, Whis. and a ship which would arrive next to them would approach. It was 21 along with Bulma and Jocko. The android would jump from the ship, falling near Sun, seeing him very injured. Goku tired and in pain. I have achieved it. I have defeated my opponent. At that, 21 would lift Goku, sitting him down while she holds him very worried. Honey, are you okay? Distressed. Where is Violet? At that, Goku would come to his senses, remembering Violet, who had gone to another place with milk. Goku. Violet. As she is. At that, Goten and Trunks would arrive with milk and Violet to the scene. 21 and Goku would relievedly see Violet in excellent condition. Goku looking at Milk. Are you okay? Milk walking with Violet in her arms. Yes, after we ran from that subject we managed to go to a faraway place. Then I found Goten and Trunks saying that you had already finished off that subject. So we decided to come, knowing that you had saved Earth. At that, Goku would fall backwards since everything had already passed. His daughter and planet were once again in perfect condition. 21 would walk to Milk, who still had Violet in her arms. Milk assumed she wanted to carry her daughter, but was surprised by the action of the android who hugged her. Everyone around would not know what to say. A year ago they hated each other. Now they did not get along badly. But that scene would surprise locals and strangers alike. 21 whispering, "Thank you for saving my daughter. I will not forget it." Both would separate from the hug. Milk still surprised, but now she would give her daughter. Milk nodding. We have to feed her. We have been running for a while. Yes, looking at Violet. Milk. By the way, she did something very strange. 21 confused. What was it that she did? At that, some rocks would lift up from there, making a noise. It was the only living warrior of the forces of Cooler. The purple subject would get up very confident. Then upon seeing everyone present, he would get scared, because in addition to the god of destruction being there were more subjects, which his tracker could not show, and consequently it would explode. At that, Bulma would approach those present along with Jocko. Bulma confused. And who is that? Trunks annoyed. That one hit me, Mom. Gotten. Me too. He tried to kill me many times and shot beams at me. Just as annoyed as Trunks. 21 Milk and Bulma would look very angry at the purple subject, who was trembling with fear. Milk and Bulma would walk straight to the subject, while they rolled up their sleeves to prepare to hit him. At that, the scared subject would try to do something but would be paralyzed by 21 using her magic. Whoa, no, you do not get rid of us. Looking at Milk and Bulma. Finish him. Both girls would nod and give several blows to the subject. Milk would kick him in the face, while Bulma would slap him. Milk would hit his stomach again, while Bulma would kick him in the groin. That would make the subject scream in an exaggerated way, because the magic of 21, besides paralyzing him, would weaken him to such a degree that a human blow would hurt him. And more so in that area. Vegeta, Beerus, and the boys would make an expression of pain at what was seen from the humans. Whis would just laugh a little, because that scene seemed comical to him. While Goku just rested on the ground recovering his energies, it would still be seen how Bulma and Milk gave the subject some good blows. Milk looking at 21. He is all yours now. Bulma and Milk would return with the others, while 21 with her daughter carried, and her hand pointing at the subject, would walk towards him. 21 looking at her daughter. These subjects are bad. They do many bad things. So the best thing would be. At that, from the finger of Violet a direct ray would come out to the paralyzed subject, transforming him into baby food. 21 would be very amazed about what her daughter did. Also those present would be open-mouthed seeing what happened. A baby would have used magic finishing of a somewhat strong subject. 21 amazed and looking at her daughter. Violet. Milk touching the shoulder of 21. It is already the second time she does that. And also lifting the shirt on the back of Violet. At that, everyone, absolutely everyone, would have square eyes, because they would see that Violet would have a tail. Vegeta. What? Goku looking at them from the ground. Wow, I did not think a tail would grow on her. This day has been a very, very strange one. Milk. I already went through that. It grew on Goten and Gohan at approximately 1 year of age. Your daughter is almost turning 1 year old, so it is normal. Whis. Ho ho ho, how interesting. Beerus. Yes, many weird things. Bulma looking at the human. Goku just saved Earth. Will you not throw a feast for this? Looking at her seriously and fixedly. Bulma would think for a few seconds, while putting her hand on her jaw. Bulma. I believe so. Come everyone. Everyone is invited. Bulma would get into the ship of Jocko along with him, while looking at Milk. Bulma. Shall I give you a ride? Milk would nod, and go to the ship along with Bulma. Milk. Are you coming, Goten? Or are you flying? Goten. I will help my dad. Mom, he can barely stand up. Milk. Very well, son. I will see you at Capsule Corporation. Beerus. Whis, let us go, I am hungry. At that, the deities would leave flying from there. Whis saying goodbye. I will see you at the house of Bulma. Gohan, I will go to Videl. She must be worried. I just left without warning. Leaving the place. Piccolo, I will go for a senzu bean. I will give them to you at the house of Bulma. Also the Namekian would leave the place on his way to Korin Tower. 21 along with Violet would go to her boyfriend seeing that he was much better. Goku would be standing already maintaining himself a bit with the help of Goten. You took good care of her honey giving him a kiss. You finished off that subject. Later I will make it up to you with you know what. Vegeta would turn red. Because he was the only one of the few there who would understand the hint from 21 to Son. Vegeta, keep those things to yourselves when you are alone insects. The lower class is so vulgar turning around. Goku would laugh confused, because he understood little to nothing of what his girlfriend said. Goten, hey what do you mean? Trunks. Yes explain. 21 in a mocking tone. Do not pay attention to him boys. From so many blows I give him when I defeat him in fights it has already affected him. Vegeta annoyed. You do not beat me. I am the strongest in the universe. Someday I will show it. Haha yes of course looking at Goku. Can you fly? Goku. I think so but somewhat tired. At that 21 would give energy to Goku so he resists, flying to Capsule Corporation. And there he can rest. With this I think you make it. Goten will help you same for Trunks. When we arrive I will prepare something for you as a gift. Goku excited. Great. Year 796. It could be seen how a small community would finish eating. Some children mostly adult people who some would be injured others in better condition. Mai would not have eaten at all. She was still damaged by the talk and news she had with the children. Besides being worried about Trunks it would make her lose her appetite and desire to stand up and socialize. Her friend and companion Lunch would see that she went to eat so she sat next to her with a plate of food and a spoon. Lunch, I have not seen you eat. Is something wrong? Mai looking at the ground. A little while ago, I spoke with some children, and I realized that their mother died because of that demon, and they do not know it. I do not know how to tell them or whether to tell them at all. There is also Trunks. He is very injured. Again I cannot finish it. I no longer want him to go fight. It is the same result and I do not like seeing him in bad condition downcast. Lunch sighing. I know that. It is difficult. But let us follow the plan. If we bring my friend Goku from the past I am sure he could finish off this problem. And that way maybe just maybe there could be a small possibility of bringing everyone back. Besides Trunks could be at peace too. I know you worry about him a lot. You feel something for him, and it is notorious to everyone in the place. Mai would blush a bit at what her blue-haired, and sometimes blonde friend said. Mai nervous and blushing. It is not what it seems. Lunch. I know it is true. But calm down I just wanted to improve the environment. I managed to get you to remove that sad face. I consider my job done. Leaving the plate in front of her, and starting to leave. Lunch. Eat. Trunks would want you to eat. You know we eat very little a day. You will only worry him. If you do not eat I will tell him you like him. Mai would look at the plate and, at the same time listen to what her friend said which made her blush a bit more. But after thinking about it for a few seconds, she would grab the plate and start eating. Present day. That same night. A god of destruction would be seen who would eat as if there were no tomorrow. Beerus. Delicious eating more and more. Whis would eat elegantly. Vegeta would eat, like a true Saiyan. Goku would be the same, but a little faster. 21 looking at the Saiyan. Haha he has always eaten like this. Bulma. You do not even have to say it. Saiyans. By the way where is Violet? She is inside. She fell asleep as soon as she ate when we arrived. And Videl offered to watch her while I helped you. Bulma somewhat thoughtful. What will you do about it? 21 curious and confused. About what? Bulma. The powers of Violet. She was capable of transforming that subject and she is barely a year old. 21 sitting down. I do not know. It is the first day this happens. She even has a tail. Bulma sitting next to her. I understand you. Dealing with a Saiyan baby is difficult. And more if she has magical powers. I suppose it is just being concentrated when she is awake, or something she does not like. I am not sure. Milk told me she thinks it was, because she was hungry the first time. I have to find a way to know when she will use her powers. Bulma. PFFF good luck with them. Anyway if you need help do not hesitate to ask me. Thank you Bulma. At that Goku would be in front of 21. And she would be curious about the actions of the Saiyan. Goku would hug 21 lifting her and squeezing her a bit. 21 laughing happily. Haha and what is that for honey? Goku. Because you are the best laughing. Well I will go eat more of what you prepared for me leaving the place. Bulma would look at 21, with a very mischievous look. Bulma. Well. So you are doing even better. You are even red, haha, laughing a little. 21 somewhat red. Why yes, he tries in his own way. And I like him just the way he is. Bulma. I am glad for you too. Vegeta only shows it when we are alone looking at Vegeta. Right, Vegeta? At that the Saiyan, upon hearing the voice of his wife which mentioned him, would just turn around, without paying attention to her. Bulma. You see, here he is hard and cold, imitating the voice of Vegeta, but alone he is more sweet. If I ever see that, I will laugh at him laughing. Bulma. By the way, what was it that you were going to ask Goku? You said that when you return you would tell him something. True, it is to teach me teleportation, searching for her boyfriend with her gaze. I do not see him searching for his key. Done, he is inside. In a moment when he comes out I will ask him. Bulma. And why do you want to learn it? That technique is annoying. Goku always appears in the most inopportune manner. Just in case. Today my boyfriend had a difficult fight, and I want to learn it to return quickly in case of any emergency. Bulma. Well, that is a great argument. I hope you learn it standing up and stretching. I think I will go to bed now. Will you watch those two fools? Haha, sure. You rest. My Goku will not take long to fall down tired. He needs to sleep after the fight today. Bulma yawning. Good luck. See you tomorrow. Walking inside Capsule Corporation. See you tomorrow, Bulma. At that 21 would see that Goku was coming out and she would go to him. 21 would talk to Goku, making him turn around. He is walking with an entire tray of food. Hey honey, I want to ask you something. Goku curious. Oh yes. Sure, tell me what you need. Teach me teleportation. Goku. Really? Yes, I want to be there at all times when something bad happens. Like today. Can you, honey? Goku. Of course. When do we start? Tomorrow. The sooner the better. Goku. Very well. Then tomorrow we will do it. 21 would give a kiss on the mouth to the Saiyan, and would grab a piece of meat from his food. I will go put Violet to bed. While at it I will sleep myself. I will see you in bed. Do not be late walking inside the corporation. Goku. Yes, I will just finish eating. And I will go with you. Whis. It is time to go, Mr. Beerus. Beerus. Yes, I already want to go sleep for another 10 years. Whis. You know you cannot. You have to work. Beerus. I know. Hello, Videl. How are you? Did she not wake up? Videl. No, relax, she is still asleep. It seems she had a somewhat crazy day. He already told me everything. Gohan told me. Yes, very crazy. I did not know my daughter would have powers inherited from me. I thought it would only be from her father. But I did not think she would also manage to use magic. Videl. It will be difficult, but I know you will be able to deal with that. Thank you, I will go put her to bed. While at it I will sleep myself carrying her daughter. I will see you later, take care, looking at both. Videl nodding. Rest 21. Gohan would just wave goodbye, moving his hand from left to right. 21 would go up the stairs, going to her room, trying to rest. Gohan. You should have seen it. She transformed that subject as if it were nothing. Videl. I can imagine it carrying Pan. Shall we go, love? Gohan would nod, and walk along with Videl to the exit. 3 weeks later. Goku. Come on, 21. You can do it. Try it one more time. 21 would again put her fingers on her forehead, trying to teleport, but she could not. 21 disappointed. I cannot. Not yet, downcast. Goku would approach and stand in front of her. Goku. Calm down. I took more than 100 days to learn it. We still have time. Yes, you are right. Shall we go rest? Goku would nod, and they would go together holding hands inside the corporation. At that they would see the Saiyan prince in the living room, who was annoyed. Vegeta. Insects. Why do you not get your own house? It is annoying to know that always this fool pointing at the Saiyan always eats my food. 21 would just ignore the Saiyan. She had considered leaving there with Sun and Violet, but with everything that has happened she would just postpone it. When I can teleport we will leave. Right, honey, looking at Sun. Goku. Yes, we will leave when 21 masters the technique. Vegeta. TCH, I hope you finish it quickly. It is annoying to have you here. Goku. Hee, but Vegeta, I know you want our company. 21 would cover her ears, knowing what was coming. Vegeta. Of course not. Fool. A couple of weeks later, Android 21 would be seen concentrating hard with her fingers on her forehead. Nearby would be the Saiyan carrying Violet, who would already walk a bit and say her first words. To the side would be Bulma accompanying them. The same for Prince Vegeta. The latter not because he cared that she learned it, but to know if they would leave yet or not. At that 21 would accidentally teleport to the palace of Kami, better known as Dend. Den surprised. Hello 21. I did not see you arrive. What brings you here? At that 21 would be seen screaming with happiness and jumping, because she finally could do it. She had teleported. Come on. I did it, jumping a little with happiness without paying attention to Dende. Dend in his thoughts. I think she has not seen me, haha. I just need to master it. Excellent. Turning to the side. Oh, hello, Dend. What are you doing here? Dende. I live here. You arrived at my palace. Oh well, I did not realize. I just saw that I was no longer with the others and I got excited. Dende. I do not know what you are referring to. But many congratulations. Thank you, Den, putting 2 fingers on her forehead again. I will see you later. 21 would disappear and appear with Goku, and the others only in the trash getting all stained. Damn it. Goku? He relax. The same happened to me. But you did it in less time. You are a prodigy. Vegeta. Good, she has her thing now. Now get out, leaving the place. Bulma annoyed. Do not be rude, Vegeta. No, Bulma, we promised it. So Goku and I will leave tomorrow. Bulma. Are you sure? You can stay in my house for as long as you wish. We will be fine. It is time to have privacy for my family. 1 week later, year 778. In the morning, 21 would be seen in her new house, where they had already been staying for a few days. She was in her living room with little time since getting up. She would have made coffee for 2, because her partner would also have gotten up. Only he would be taking care of Violet in her crib while she went for that. 21 walking to the room. I brought them honey. Goku grabbing a coffee, somewhat nervous. Tea, thank you, he. What makes you nervous? This beginning to take off her robe a bit. Goku would be entering a nervous and red mode without knowing what to say. He liked it, but the expressions would not come out. At that, 21 would sit on top of Sun on their bed while their faces began to get closer and closer. 21 would end up taking off her robe standing before him, while the Saiyan was very nervous, but now giving in to his instincts. The android began to remove the clothes of the Saiyan while he began to hold her as they both got warmed up. Once they were ready, they would begin to kiss in a very passionate way, starting the intimate act desired by both. At that, an answering machine would ring, which was a voice of Bulma, which sounded somewhat busy, but could not be understood due to the speed. Goku and 21 continued with their business, while half listening. Goku, do you think it is important? I do not know. It is not understood. Shall we go check what she wants, or do we continue? In response, the Saiyan would start to grab more of the body of his partner, who would quickly understand the response. But that would stop because a sentence said by Bulma could be understood, which sounded on the answering machine. It is Trunks. My son from the future returned. He is very injured. At that, Goku would know what she referred to, and that was not good news. If he returned injured, it is because something bad happened in the future. Goku. What? Trunks returned. Stopping touching the body of 21. The boy. I do not understand. He is supposed to live there in Capsule Corporation, sitting still on top of the Saiyan. Goku. It is him, but from the future. In his timeline, everything is different. He helped me for a heart disease. Otherwise, giving me the medicine, I would die forever. And if he returned, it is because something bad happened. Goku would bring his fingers to his forehead, but would be stopped by 21 grabbing his wrist, pulling it away from the face of Sun. Honey, I know it is important and we will go immediately. But do not go too far either. We are unprepared and you are going to teleport us like this in the middle of everyone. Goku catching what his girlfriend said. Whoa, right. I am sorry, haha. You will have to make this up to me, standing up from on top of the Saiyan. We were about to start. Goku. Sure. As soon as we return we can continue as long as you want. As long as I want. Beginning to get changed. Goku. Yes. As many times as you want, beginning to get changed too. I hope you keep your word, with a seductive look and laugh. 21 would grab the first thing she saw while she tied her hair up. At the same time, she used a set that was a white shirt with black touches and cream-colored pants. In short, it was casual clothing, something different from the one used when she was at Capsule Corporation. How do I look? Do you like it? Goku looking at her from head to toe. You look very pretty, blushing a bit more. 21 laughing a little. I love it when you get like that, haha. The android would walk and take her daughter in her arms to then return to the Saiyan, taking his hand. We are ready, let us go. The Saiyan would nod and put 2 fingers on his forehead, disappearing from the place. Year 797. Hours before returning to the past. Bulma. Trunks, son, it is time to go to the past. Looking at my. Are you also ready? My nodding. Yes. Trunks. I will distract her if necessary. You go to the time machine, and when I manage to move her away, I will get in with you. Bulma. Return with us safely, please. I want you to live, son. Trunks. I will be fine, mom. Just prepare yourself. You will see dad again. Bulma would nod and they would follow the plan according to what was planned. At that, the 3 would sneak around, making as little noise as possible. After walking a bit, trying to reach Capsule Corporation, Where the time machine was ready, someone would launch a yellow with black key sphere at them, which Trunks would deflect with his sword, protecting Mai and his mother. Trunks, damn it, he discovered us transforming into Super Saiyan 2. Unknown. You have reached your end, Saiyan.